Have you ever wondered what it would feel like to fly a drone that doesn't just put you in a cockpit, but actually makes you feel like you're floating inside of the scene itself? After years of development, this became the world's first true 360-degree drone. This is the Antigravity A1. When you're up in the air, you can look around freely in every direction and it's almost like VR, with the only difference that you're actually flying in the real world. And today I'm going to compare it to the brand new DJI Mini 5 Pro. But which one actually makes more sense for the way you fly? Let's find out. I've been flying drones for years and I don't keep gear that doesn't perform. Antigravity sent me the new A1 drone, which I'm going to review today. And I'm also going to compare it to the brand new DJI Mini 5 Pro. Both are the newest models on the market. And today I'm going to break down the specifics so you can figure out which drone is better fit for you. Every review you see on this channel is 100% based on my own opinion and my own experience, so I will never let any company influence that. I'm gonna get into detail about these drones' features. Now, as you can see, this drone has two cameras, one on the bottom and one on the top. What makes this drone very different in general is the fact that it records 8K 30 FPS. As soon as you power the drone on, it's gonna take out the landing gear. Let me show that to you real quick. Saw that? Landing gear is out and you're good for takeoff. If you've ever flown the DJI Avatar, you might be experienced with this kind of controller. It's called the motion controller. And the main difference between that one and the regular controller is that you take it and you point it into the direction you want to go. And then you have this trigger. As soon as you pull the trigger, the drone is going to start flying. And as soon as you release it, it's going to stop. This one is the return to home or brake button. If you hold it, the drone is going to return to home. If you press it once, it's just going to brake. The function of this wheel is to prevent you from having to turn around your entire body in order to steer the drone. So if you want to turn the drone horizontally, you just spin the wheel into the desired direction and then you're going to be good to go. Here we have the flight mode switch, so you can switch between cinematic, normal and sport mode. The difference between the regular drone goggles and this one is that you have an outside screen over here where the people around you can basically see what you're seeing. It's sort of a mirror. Also over here there's a wide angle see-through lens, so you can press this button here and then you can see the outside world. But that's something I'm going to show to you later. I can just freely look around wherever. I can see myself there. This is a very, very trippy feeling. When you press this button, you get into the main menu. So when you're in the air, you get to choose between return to home, deep track, sky genie. Sky path actually explains itself. You can set a path and it's gonna fly over it. This is the gallery. So this is what it looks like. I mean, obviously now it's empty, but you get the point. Here you can change the brightness and the volume of the goggles. You also have a defog function, meaning that if you're, let's say, in an air-conditioned environment and you go out into the warm and it's moist, everything gets foggy. So you press the defogging button and it's going to defog. Here you have the outer display, so you can customize the outer screen. Over here we have the camera parameters, where you can just set the settings that you would like to use. Over here we have the transmission options. Right now I'm in immersion view mode. It means that I'm in 4:3. Now if I switch, it's going to be quadratic and it's going to feel less immersive. I personally do prefer the immersion mode. Okay, and also a very, very nice feature is this. You press the side button twice and then you can see through the goggles. I think it's quite a useful feature in some situations, but in most situations you just take off the goggles and that's it. In the middle you have the map, so you can see where you are actually. Let's go. All right, motors are started. Nice. Now let me fly up a bit into the free. So now you can see I have a crosshair here, so wherever I move the controller, in that direction I'm gonna go. Now, if I turn around, you see that I can look at my surroundings 360 degrees and it actually feels like I'm in the air. I'm all the way down here and the home point is also very accurate. I gotta admit, at first it's a bit trippy. If you look down and it actually feels like you're in the air, you get used to it. You definitely do. So let me fly up a bit. Great, and now you can do what I told you earlier. So you can spin this button and the drone will spin with it. So, spinning the wheel. Now let me test the penetration range. Let's see what happens if I fly over this building. Oh, okay. Well, the penetration doesn't seem to be very good. So let me just fly over here a second. It's like playing a video game. You can literally look around 360 degrees without any issues. And I also have to say, the goggles view is actually very different from what it records. So let me record video now. And now you are gonna see the actual footage. To the right, around this building. Oh, Okay, image transmission lost. Let's see what it does. So what happened now is I lost the signal and now I'm completely blind. But as you can see, it returned by itself, which means the return to home option definitely works, but the penetration is really not the best. Let's just do a small range test and let me fly over there to see how far it can get with a couple of obstacles in the middle. We got trees, we got a couple of buildings. We are now 130 meters away. Still a full RC and HD connection. 30 satellites, which is perfect. The HD signal is definitely decreasing. Might be because Dominic is flying right now. It really does feel unreal. Feels like you're in a gondola or something flying over the bando. This is amazing. It's super fun. Now in the bottom left you see that I have 19 minutes left roughly of battery time, of flight time. If I go into sports mode, that's definitely going to decrease. And after all this flight, I've been in the air for 10 minutes. The battery is on 65%. Antigravity says that you have a flight time with up to 40 minutes with the Infinity bundle, which has bigger batteries. So here you have customizable buttons. You have C2. I set that to landing light. It has a landing light on the bottom. And C1, if I double tap that, I can see the outside world. Okay, that will be it for the first impression of the A1. Now let me land. So soon it should detect the landing pad. Now I can just go ahead and land the drone over here.
Landing.
There we go. I'm actually wondering why it didn't detect the landing pad, because usually there's a function that if you're over the landing pad and it's in your sight, it should recognize it. You should get a notification that says you want to land or not, and then you can press yes and then it will land automatically. That wasn't the case now. Maybe it's the lighting or something else, but I'm going to try to show it to you later. Let me know in the comments if you would like to try it, because I personally think that in all my years of flying drones, I think this is a very, very unique drone and also a very unique experience due to the fact that you can edit in post and you have 360 degrees of video. You definitely have more creative freedom. So if you mess up the shot, if you miss the framing, you can just reframe it in post, and that will definitely fix every mistake when it comes to framing. Here we have the brand new DJI Mini 5 Pro. First impression is that it looks very high quality and it's super light. It's also below 250 grams, just as the A1. You have sensors all over the drone. So 360 degrees, you have some on the side, on the front, and also below. The 5 Pro doesn't have a landing gear that can fold in and out. It has a fixed one. So basically you have these two standoffs in the middle and then the ones on the arms. Now coming to the camera, it can actually flip itself and record true vertical video. That means you don't crop it, you don't edit it in post, but you can actually turn the camera around and film authentic vertical videos. It's a very useful feature, especially for content creators. You can either flip the gimbal completely or you can tilt it, but that's something I'm going to show you later. Now coming to the batteries, you have these two buttons on the side that you can press and you just slide it in like this and done. If you want to take it out, oh, it's already turning on. There we go. If you're done, you just unplug it, you press the two buttons and you pull it out. DJI says that the maximum flight time with these is 36 minutes, which I think is quite solid compared to FPV, where you have 7 minutes of flight if you're lucky, if you don't send. Now this is the controller, and the first thing that I find very good is the integrated antennas and the integrated screen. The reason I like the integrated antennas is because before you had a rail system that you had to get out and you had to put your phone in. And I also, one time when I had the Mini 2, bought extensions for the antenna, and it was just a lot of stuff to carry. You have cinematic, normal, and sports flight mode. The controller sticks are actually on the back side of the controller. So you take them out and then you screw them on, just like this. Also, you have two buttons, C2 and C1. These two wheels over here are customizable, so you can turn them to roll the camera or to tilt it. That will be for the functions of the brand new DJI Mini 5 Pro. Let's get right into flying. Oh, nice. Danke, man. Thanks, Dominic. All right, let's fly. Well, first impression is that the quality of the camera is absolutely insane. This is like, it looks incredibly cinematic, and I can definitely imagine creating some amazing shots with this. Let me fly over there real quick. Let me do the test if the range is actually better than with the A1. As of now, I can definitely say that it is. So this is a point that speaks for the Mini 5. If I try to go down here, I'm now at the complete opposite side of the building, and I still have completely like full signal, and this is just amazing. I mean, look at this. So you can also zoom in from 24 millimeters to 72, which I think is very nice. The thing is, you can also zoom with the A1, but you're definitely gonna lose quality because it's obviously just one lens. Let's see where Dominic is. Oh, there he is. Let me switch to sport mode. And the connection is still completely solid, no problem at all. This is very impressive. You see where he is? There he is. I can see him. All right, there he is. Yeah, we can see him now. And you can also use the roll feature. Yeah. With C1, you can activate bird's eye view, and with C2, you can recenter the gimbal. Let me actually do a little range test. I'm gonna fly all the way forward now. It's quite loud. It's surprising, it's very loud. The DJI Mini 5 Pro's range is definitely better. Also considering the fact that I'm all the way over there, it's not even line of sight anymore. I'm behind that building and it's still no connection problem at all. Maybe we can take an aerial shot while I'm already returning. Alright, and now we're gonna do a range test combined with a chase. So Basil is gonna drive his car along this road and I'm gonna chase him. I don't know how fast this drone can go exactly, but we're gonna find out. Unfortunately, I don't have the Mini 5 anymore because it was borrowed from a friend and I had to give it back. I still wanted to do this chase just to demonstrate you the possibilities of this drone. So let's get right into it. Alright, now we're gonna chase Basil. He's right here, he just pulled over. Now I'm beside you. Es ist verschickt, ich bin so Bird's Eye View über dir und verfolge dich. I'm still faster than this car, that's crazy. It surprises me how fast this drone is. I've never experienced it being that fast. And he's going too. Alright, that looks cool too. Nice. There we go. Let's just get into it. Today we're gonna do a line where I'm gonna start all over there at the windmill and I'm gonna chase the car along the street. Gotta be careful not to hit the windmill. Basil's down there. All right, go. You can accelerate. That's beautiful. Oh no, too fast, too fast, too fast. All right, perfect, nice. Here I am. Now cinematic mode because we want to do it smoothly. And now it should get recognized. Let's see, yes. There you go, that's what I meant. Now you can click the option land on pad and now it's gonna land fully automatically. I'm not doing anything. Ja, ist krass. So here's my honest takeaway. Both drones are very good, they perform very well, and there is no loser at all. If you're after clean, linear and cinematic shots just to get that film look, I would recommend you to go with the Mini 5 Pro. In my opinion, the DJI Mini 5 Pro definitely feels more cinematic and just more linear in general. But you also got to keep in mind that the Antigravity plays a completely different game. It gives you way more creative freedom in the way you frame the shot and the way you fly, and also the fact that you can re-edit it in post. You don't have to care about the framing because you can do everything in post, so that's a big benefit. And also the image quality is very strong as well. It can record 8K 30 FPS, which is very strong, especially when you have to zoom in, because that will barely lose any quality. Obviously, if you zoom in 200%, you're gonna notice a loss of quality. But it's the same with the Mini 5 Pro, it's common sense. So in the end, it just comes down to the way you fly. If you want cinematic and linear shots, you should go with the Mini 5. But if you want creative freedom and you like to experiment and get all different kinds of shots, I would go with the A1. I mean, the specs matter, but it just comes down to how you fly and how you want to create, which style you have, and what just generally satisfies you when you create a shot.
What really sets the A1 apart from the DJI Mini 5 Pro is immersive flight. With free motion mode, you're free to look around in every direction, which creates a much deeper sense of presence in the air. Compared to the extremely refined Mini 5 Pro, the A1 goes beyond capturing the flight and focuses on creating a unique experience. And if the A1 caught your interest and you're curious to try this kind of flying yourself, I've left a link in the description. It's an affiliate link, so I earn a small commission if you decide to go through it, which really helps support the channel and lets me keep making videos like this. Also, a quick heads up, Antigravity is currently running a new season offer where all bundles are 15% off until February 9th. As a little bonus, if you use my link, you'll also get a free landing pad with your purchase, and no pressure at all, but if you end up checking it out, I really appreciate the support.
You know, in the end, these are two completely different tools and you need two mindsets for them, but you always have one goal in common. Great shots. Also, I want to say thank you very much for the support in the last couple of videos. I really appreciate it and I can't wait to create more. Also, leave me a comment please if you enjoyed this review and if there's anything I can improve in terms of, you know, structure, because it really helps me improve my filmmaking skills and editing and just everything overall. That'll be it for today. I really hope you enjoyed the video. If so, please make sure to like, subscribe and let me know in the comments if there's anything I can improve. I had a lot of fun flying these drones and the decision was quite tough because you can't really compare them. The 360 drone has a different purpose than the Mini 5. I really do love both though. They're both very fun to fly. If you're interested in testing one out, I'm gonna leave you a link in the description so you can do it over there. I'll see you in the next video.